Narrator. Hello, fantastic English learners, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast's beginner series. I'm your narrator, and I'm thrilled you're joining us today. Have you ever wanted to tell someone about where you live, what your home looks like, or describe your favorite room? Your home is such an important part of your life, and talking about it is a wonderful way to share a little about yourself and connect with others. That's why today we're focusing on describing your home in English. Learning the simple words and phrases to talk about your house or apartment will give you a great boost in everyday conversations. You'll learn to describe different rooms, furniture, and even how your home feels. In this episode, you're about to hear a natural and easy-to-follow conversation between two friends, Sam and Mia. They'll talk about their homes, what kind of places they live in, and describe various rooms like the living room, kitchen, and bedroom. They'll use simple English, making it easy for you to understand and start describing your own home. After their conversation, we'll have a short, active practice session to help you use these new words and phrases yourself. Listen closely to their simple English and the useful vocabulary they use. Get ready to expand your vocabulary and practice listening just by tuning in. Let's dive into the conversation. Sam: Hi Mia. How are you today? I was just thinking about something personal. You know, we've been friends for a while, but I don't think we've ever really talked much about our homes. I'm curious, what kind of place do you live in? Do you live in a house or an apartment? Mia: Hi Sam. I'm doing very well, thank you. That's a great question actually. You're right, we haven't discussed our homes much. So I live in an apartment. It's on the third floor of a building in the city center. It's not a very big apartment, but it feels very cozy and comfortable for me. I've lived there for about 2 years now, and I really like the area because it's close to shops and public transport. The building is quite modern with big windows, so my apartment gets a lot of light. It has enough space for me and my cat, so it's perfect for one person. What about you, Sam? Do you live in a house or an apartment? And what's it like? I'm very curious to hear about your place too. Maybe it's completely different from mine. Sam: Oh, that sounds really nice, Mia. An apartment on the third floor, getting a lot of light, and in the city center. That sounds very convenient and cozy. It's great that it's perfect for you and your cat. I can imagine it feels very modern with big windows. As for me, I live in a house. It's a small house, but it has a little garden which I love. It's not in the city center. It's a bit outside in a quieter neighborhood. I prefer living in a house because I like having more space, and I really enjoy spending time in my garden, especially in the spring and summer. It's a very calm area with many trees and parks nearby, which is perfect for my dog Max, who loves to run outside. My house is a bit older, so it has a warm, traditional feeling. It's not as modern as your apartment, but I feel very comfortable and happy there. So, what kind of rooms do you have in your apartment, Mia? How many rooms are there and what are they like? Mia: A house with a garden for your dog Max sounds wonderful, Sam. That's lovely. I can see why you prefer having more space and a garden, especially if you enjoy being outdoors. A quiet neighborhood with trees and parks sounds very peaceful, quite different from the busy city center where I live. An older house with a warm, traditional feeling sounds very charming too. I imagine it has a lot of character. So my apartment has 3 main rooms: a living room, a kitchen, and 1 bedroom. Then of course there's 1 bathroom. It's a standard size for an apartment in the city, and it feels just right for me. The rooms are not huge, but they are very well organized, and I try to keep them tidy. Which room should I tell you about first? Maybe the living room, as it's where I spend a lot of my time relaxing and reading after work. What kind of rooms do you have in your house, and how many are there? Your house sounds bigger than my apartment, so I'm interested to know. Sam: 3 main rooms plus a bathroom sounds like a perfectly practical and comfortable apartment, Mia. And it's great that you keep them well organized. You're right, my house is a bit bigger than your apartment. My house has 5 rooms in total, plus 2 bathrooms. On the ground floor there's a living room, a kitchen, and a dining room. Upstairs there are 2 bedrooms and 1 more bathroom. It's a good size for me and Max, and if I ever have guests, there's enough space for them too. So let's start with the living room like you suggested. It's often the heart of the home, isn't it? My living room is quite spacious. It has a big, comfortable sofa where Max and I often relax in the evenings. There's also a large armchair, a coffee table in the middle, and a big television on the wall. I have many books on shelves and some plants by the window, which makes the room feel fresh and green. It's a very bright room because it has two large windows facing the garden. It's my favorite place to relax, read, or watch movies. What is your living room like, Mia? Is it also a place where you relax a lot, and what kind of furniture do you have in it? Mia: wow, 5 rooms and 2 bathrooms. That's quite spacious for one person and max. Sam: it sounds like you have plenty of room, which is lovely. And starting with the living room is perfect. It really is the heart of the home for many people. Your living room sounds very inviting with a big, comfortable sofa, an armchair, and lots of books. And with 2 large windows facing the garden, it must be wonderfully bright and peaceful. Sounds like a perfect place to relax. My living room is not as big as yours, but it's very cozy and modern. I have a comfortable gray sofa that takes up most of one wall, and a colorful rug on the floor that adds warmth. Instead of a large coffee table, I have 2 small round side tables that I can move easily. There's a television on a slim cabinet and a few small plants on shelves similar to yours. I don't have many books in the living room as most of my books are in my bedroom, but I have some magazines. My living room has 1 large window and it gets a lot of afternoon sun, which makes it feel very bright and pleasant. It's where I read, listen to music, and sometimes work on my laptop. It's a very practical and comfortable space. After the living room, how about we talk about the kitchen? What is your kitchen like in your house, Sam? Sam: your living room sounds lovely, Mia. Cozy, modern, with a colorful rug and plenty of natural light in the afternoon. That's a perfect combination for a comfortable space. And having small, movable side tables is a smart idea for an apartment. It sounds very well designed for your needs. So let's move to the kitchen. My kitchen is quite spacious and practical. It's not very new, but it's very functional. I have wooden cabinets that are light brown and a large countertop where I prepare food. There's a big refrigerator, a stove with an oven, and a microwave. I also have a dishwasher, which is very helpful because I cook a lot. There's a small table with 2 chairs where I often eat my breakfast or have a quick snack. The kitchen window looks out onto the side of the house, where there are some trees, so it's nice and green outside. I spend a lot of time in my kitchen because I love cooking. It's usually a bit messy when I'm cooking, but I always clean it afterwards. What is your kitchen like in your apartment, Mia? Is it a big space or more compact? Mia: your kitchen sounds wonderful, Sam. Spacious and practical with wooden cabinets and a big countertop. That's ideal for someone who loves to cook like you do. A dishwasher is definitely a great helper. And having a small table for breakfast is a lovely touch. It sounds very homey and functional. My kitchen is quite different. My kitchen is smaller and more compact, typical for an apartment in the city. It's a very modern kitchen with white cabinets and a dark gray countertop. I have a medium-sized refrigerator, a stove with a small oven, and a microwave just like you. I don't have a dishwasher, so I wash dishes by hand, which is fine for one person. There's no space for a table, so I usually eat at a small dining table in my living room. My kitchen has an open design, so it's connected to the living room, which makes the whole area feel bigger and more open. It also has a big window that lets in a lot of light. I don't cook big meals like you, but I enjoy making simple meals and baking sometimes. It's a very efficient space, perfect for quick meals. So after the kitchen, how about your dining room, Sam? What is your dining room like? Sam: your kitchen sounds very modern and efficient, Mia. White cabinets and a dark gray countertop make for a very sleek look, and the open design connecting to the living room is clever. It definitely makes the whole space feel larger and brighter, which is great for a city apartment. It sounds perfect for simple meals and occasional baking. So let's talk about my dining room. My dining room is separate from the kitchen, which I like. It's a medium-sized room and it has a large wooden dining table with 6 chairs. I don't use it every day, but it's perfect when I have friends or family over for dinner. I also have a big wooden cabinet in the dining room where I keep plates, glasses, and other dinnerware. There's a large window that looks out onto the garden, making the room feel bright during the day. It's a very calm and quiet room, and it feels a bit more formal than the kitchen or living room. It's a great place for longer meals and conversations when I have guests. What about your bedroom, Mia? What is your bedroom like? Is it a place for just sleeping, or do you also relax and read there? Mia: Your dining room sounds very elegant and practical for hosting guests, Sam. A separate dining room with a large wooden table and 6 chairs is wonderful, especially for dinner parties. And having a cabinet for dinnerware is very convenient. It sounds like a lovely, bright and quiet room, perfect for those special meals and conversations. So my bedroom. My bedroom is not very big, but it's very bright and cozy. It has a large window that faces east, so it gets a lot of morning sun, which I love. It's my favorite room for relaxing. I have a comfortable queen-sized bed with many pillows, which makes it feel like a soft cloud. Next to my bed, there's a small bedside table with a lamp and some books. I have a large wardrobe for my clothes and a small desk where I sometimes work on my laptop, especially if I need to concentrate without distractions from the living room. The walls are painted a light blue, which makes the room feel peaceful and calm. I also have a few plants by the window. It's more than just a place for sleeping. It's my quiet sanctuary where I read, relax, and sometimes just listen to music. What is your bedroom like, Sam? You said you have 2 bedrooms upstairs, so maybe tell me about your main bedroom? Sam, your bedroom sounds absolutely perfect, Mia. Bright, cozy, and getting lots of morning sun. That's a wonderful way to start the day. A comfortable queen-sized bed with many pillows sounds incredibly inviting, truly like a soft cloud. And a desk for quiet work is very smart. The light blue walls and plants must make it feel very peaceful and calm, like a true sanctuary. It sounds like a fantastic place for you to relax and read. So, my main bedroom, which is one of the 2 upstairs, is also a very important space for me. My main bedroom is quite spacious and simple. It has a comfortable king-sized bed in the middle of the room. I don't have many pillows, just 2, but they are very soft. Next to the bed, there are 2 bedside tables, each with a lamp, which is useful for reading in bed. I have a large wooden wardrobe for my clothes and a big chest of drawers. I don't have a desk in my bedroom because I prefer to work in my living room or the kitchen. My bedroom has 2 windows that face the back garden, so it's very quiet and gets nice light in the afternoon. The walls are a light cream color, which makes the room feel warm and peaceful. It's mostly a place for sleeping and relaxing after a long day. What about the other bedroom you have in your apartment, Mia? Oh wait, you only have 1 bedroom, right? My apologies. How about your bathroom then? What is your bathroom like? Mia, no worries at all, Sam. You're right, I only have 1 bedroom in my apartment, so no other bedroom to describe for me. But let's talk about the bathroom. That's an important room too. My bathroom is quite small but very modern and functional. It has white tiles on the walls and floor, which makes it feel very clean and bright. There's a toilet, a sink with a small mirror above it, and a shower. I don't have a bathtub, just a shower, which is common in smaller city apartments. There's also a small cabinet under the sink where I keep toiletries like soap and shampoo. It has a small window so it gets some natural light and fresh air, which is nice. It's a very simple and efficient space. I try to keep it very tidy and clean. What about your bathrooms, Sam? You mentioned you have 2. Tell me about your main bathroom, or maybe both if you like. What are they like in your house? Sam, your bathroom sounds very practical and modern, Mia. Small but efficient, with bright white tiles and a shower. That's perfectly functional for an apartment. And it's great that it has a window for natural light and air. Keeping it tidy is definitely key for a smaller space. So about my bathrooms. Yes, I have 2 bathrooms, which is quite convenient. My main bathroom is upstairs and it's quite big. It has light beige tiles on the walls and floor. There's a toilet, a large sink with a big mirror, and a spacious bathtub with a shower inside it. I like having a bathtub because sometimes I enjoy a long, relaxing bath after a tiring day. There's a large window in the bathroom that lets in a lot of light, making it feel very bright and airy. It also has some open shelves where I keep towels and some decorative plants. This bathroom feels very calm and comfortable. The second bathroom is downstairs, near the dining room. It's much smaller, what we call a half bathroom, or a powder room. It only has a toilet and a small sink, no shower or bathtub. It's mostly for guests so they don't have to go upstairs. It's very simple, but it's very useful. So, you see, having 2 bathrooms is very practical in a house. Mia, wow, having 2 bathrooms is definitely very practical, Sam, especially for guests. And your main bathroom sounds truly luxurious with its big size, light beige tiles and a spacious bathtub. I can totally imagine how relaxing a long bath would be after a tiring day. That's something I miss in my apartment. It sounds bright and airy with the large window, and the plants add a nice touch. And a half bathroom downstairs for guests is such a smart idea. It saves everyone from going upstairs. It sounds like your house is very well equipped and comfortable. Thinking about your whole house now, what is your favorite part of your home, Sam? Is it your living room, your garden, or maybe a quiet corner somewhere? And what makes it your favorite? Sam, that's a great question, Mia. Thinking about my whole house, my favorite part of my home is definitely my garden. It's not a very big garden, but it's enough for me and Max. I have a small lawn, some flower beds with colorful flowers, and a few small fruit trees. In the spring and summer, it's full of green and color. I love spending time there. I can sit outside with my coffee in the morning, read a book in the afternoon, or just watch Max play. It's very peaceful and quiet, and being surrounded by nature makes me feel very calm and happy. It's my personal outdoor sanctuary, a place where I can truly relax and forget about work for a while. It's also where I often take my photos, as there are always beautiful plants and insects to capture. What about you, Mia? With your cozy and modern apartment, what is your favorite part of your home and why? Is it your bright bedroom, your modern kitchen, or something else entirely? Mia, that sounds absolutely lovely, Sam. A garden with a lawn, flowers, and fruit trees where you can relax, read, and watch Max play. That sounds like a dream. I can perfectly understand why it's your favorite part. Being surrounded by nature in a peaceful, quiet space is truly wonderful and definitely a perfect sanctuary for relaxation and photography. As for me, my favorite part of my home is my living room. Even though it's not huge, it's where I feel most comfortable and where I spend most of my time when I'm at home and not sleeping. I love my comfortable gray sofa and the large window that brings in so much afternoon sun. It's where I read my books, listen to music, watch movies, and sometimes work on my laptop. It feels very cozy and bright, and it's easy to keep tidy. It's also connected to my open kitchen, which makes the whole space feel more spacious. It truly feels like my space where I can be completely myself and relax after a busy day of writing. It's where I recharge. So, we've talked a lot about our homes, which has been great. Is there anything else you want to tell me about your house? Maybe about your neighborhood or what you like most about living there? Sam, that's wonderful, Mia. It's great that your living room is your favorite part. It sounds like it's perfectly designed for your comfort and activities, especially with that afternoon sun and open kitchen. It's important to have a place that truly feels like your space and where you can recharge. Talking about my home, I think what I like most about living in my house besides the garden is the neighborhood. It's called Green Meadows. It's a very quiet and friendly neighborhood. There are many families with children and also older people, and everyone is very welcoming. The streets are clean and there are many trees, so it's very green. There's a small park just 5 minutes walk from my house, which is great for Max. There's also a small local shop, a bakery, and a very good coffee shop nearby, so I don't have to go far for everyday things. It feels very safe and peaceful, and it's a good place to live for a calm lifestyle. It's not in the city center, but it's easy to get to the city by bus or train, which is convenient when I need to go to work. What about your neighborhood, Mia? You said you live in the city center. What do you like about your neighborhood there? Mia, that sounds like a truly ideal neighborhood, Sam. Green Meadows sounds so peaceful and friendly with clean streets, many trees, and a local park for Max. And having a small shop, bakery, and coffee shop nearby is incredibly convenient for daily life. It's wonderful that it feels safe and calm, offering that relaxed lifestyle you prefer, while still having good public transport to the city for work. Sounds like a perfect balance. My neighborhood in the city center is quite different, as you can imagine. What I like most about my neighborhood is its energy and convenience. It's always lively and busy with people walking around, shops open late, and many restaurants and cafes. Everything I need is just a short walk away. Supermarkets, pharmacies, my favorite bookshop, and even the gym. I don't need a car at all, which is great because parking is difficult in the city. There are also many museums and theaters nearby, so I can easily go to cultural events. The streets are always full of life and there's always something new happening. Feels very exciting and vibrant. Even though it can be a bit noisy sometimes, I love being in the middle of everything. It's a very different lifestyle from your quiet house, but it suits me well right now. Sam, that's a great description, Mia. Your neighborhood sounds incredibly vibrant and full of energy, which I can see why you love, especially with everything being a short walk away. Not needing a car and being so close to museums and theaters sounds fantastic for a city person like you. It really highlights how different our living situations are, but how both can be perfect for different people. It's been really fascinating talking about our homes and neighborhoods today. I've learned a lot about your lovely apartment and your lively area. Mia, yes, it has been, Sam. I've really enjoyed hearing about your cozy house with the garden and your peaceful neighborhood. It sounds like a wonderful place to live, especially for someone who loves nature and a calmer environment. It's always interesting to hear about how other people live and what they like about their homes. It's a good topic for conversation, isn't it? Sam, it definitely is, Mia. It helps us understand each other better. Well, it was really nice talking to you about our homes. I should probably get going now. Max will be waiting for his afternoon walk in the garden. He gets very excited about it. Yes, of course, Sam. I understand perfectly. Max needs his walk. It was really nice catching up with you and learning so much about your home. Have a wonderful walk with Max and a great rest of your day. Sam, you too, Mia. Enjoy your apartment and the lively city center. See you around soon. Mia, see you, Sam. Practice session. Your turn to speak. Narrator. All right, it's your turn to practice. I'll ask you a question about describing a home. Listen to my question, then say your answer aloud. Try to use the new phrases you heard today. A narrator. Do you live in a house or an apartment? Narrator. Good. Now, what is your living room like? Narrator. Excellent. One more. What is your favorite room? Narrator. Fantastic work. Now just quickly repeat these two important phrases after me. My home is cozy. It has a big window. Narrator. You're doing great. Keep practicing describing your home in English. Conclusion. Narrator. Wow, you've done an incredible job today. You just practiced talking about one of the most personal and common topics, describing your home in English. You can now confidently talk about whether you live in a house or an apartment, describe different rooms like the living room, kitchen, and bedroom, and even share your favorite parts. This is a fantastic step in your English journey. Remember to use these new phrases every day. Next time you think about your home, try to describe it in English to yourself or a friend. Every time you practice, you're building real confidence step by wonderful step. Keep learning, keep speaking. Don't miss our next lesson in the beginner series. Goodbye for now.